Hello, everybody. Welcome back to A Reason to Talk podcast. In
Reason to Talk podcast.
classic Max fashion, his audio was ruined for the past however long we were just recording for.
18 minutes.
Ah.
To be fair, Alci did give me a shit cable that didn't work.
Yeah, that is on me because I only use it for charging. I just grabbed a USB-C cable. So we did find out we're using another cable now, and hopefully it works.
It does. Well, I'm tracking it.
For
Checking
now.
it. It's working for now, and that's better than before.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, hello. Welcome back to A Reason to Talk. We talked about things.
We talked about Elon Munched.
We talked about Elon Musk on the Connor Eats Pants podcast. Too bad you guys...
Live stream.
Well, actually, we can use the camera audio. That's this weekend's Patreon episode.
If you want to know what we talked about, join the Patreon.
Yeah.
We talked about New Genesis.
Yeah, and
If anyone knows what that
and
means.
the Justice Lords.
The Justice and the New Gods.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
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 A lot of Squib Game.
Yeah, we talked a little bit. We talked about Squid Game. Sorry, Milton,
Squid
but you
Game.
are a Patreon member now. Okay. Well, our other suggestion.
This sucks so fucking bad.
Our other suggestion from a patron, we had a couple of topic suggestions from our patrons in the Patreon exclusive Discord server.
Patreon exclusive Discord server.
Only $1 a month.
Only $1 a month.
And it's actually extremely active.
Very. Way
It's
more active than I was
extremely
expecting.
active.
Way more supportive, too.
Yeah.
It's very, it's just, you pay for friends.
Yeah, really. Yeah. Reese wanted us to talk about our goals for 2025. By the way, her YouTube channel is always in the description, so go check it out.
I like
because
that.
she's a patron. Yeah.
No, yeah, that's a good call.
What are your goals for 2025, Max?
Less audio issues. Hate that you're doing that, but you're going to mute it, so it's fine.
Yep.
Less audio issues.
Yeah.
Talking slower and thinking before I speak more.
Oh.
Being more in tune, being more balanced, being more of a white neoliberal, and being more of a NIMBY. You don't know what those two terms mean, so that's fine. But
What's a NIMBY?
not in my backyard. Like, you should do stuff, but you can't do it in my backyard. Like, gentrification's, like, fine. As long as, like, there's no, like, those people in my, like, near my home.
Of course.
So, yeah, these are my goals. These are my goals going forward.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna be working toward them with extreme aggression.
I love Ferrero Rocher.
I've never had them.
You want one?
What is it?
It's chocolate and nuts.
Ooh, no thank you.
You don't like that?
I don't like nuts.
You're not allergic? You
Not a
just
nut
don't
guy. Not a nut guy.
In fact, I'm just going to cut that out.
Are you actually?
I like
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Almonds with chocolate.
Yeah.
I like
Keep in mind, by the
pecans.
way, that this has to be interesting for a podcast
I like-
listeners full of people. This is so miserable. I am so upset.
yeah, well, it's just every time this happens, we're just a little like
Immediately we become dejected.
exactly.
Instantly, all of our steam is just taken the fuck out. All of it's gone.
Let me look at my topic channel.
Okay.
And by the way, Reese, I want to grow closer with my new college friends in 2025. I want to do better in college in 2025.
What is that? Oh, you probably have a higher GPA than me, honestly.
Want to bet?
Do you have is it numerical? Do you have the number?
I don't remember.
Okay, mine's like a 333 or something, or a 34.
Okay, in my
Which is not
topic
high
channel,
for me.
I have being a comment section god. This is something I've been meaning to talk about for a bit. Unfortunately, I leave some good comments when I feel like leaving a comment on Instagram, for instance.
That seems like not a waste of time.
For months and months and months, I continue to get like notifications on these comments.
You know you can mute it, right?
Still, it's just like I have thousands and thousands and thousands of likes on single comments on particular posts. And while that is validating, it's also really, 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 really annoying.
You know you can mute it, right?
I can mute all notification. No, it's like it doesn't notify me, but still, that little red dot over the heart will always be there.
Ooh, I hate that.
Exactly.
Well, no, I have that regardless.
Why?
It's just it's a way that Instagram gets you to have more interactions. Is that they have the red dot over the heart.
Well, yeah, but then when you check it and then you look at the stuff, then it's gone until you get new stuff in there. I'm always, every few seconds, I'm getting
Okay.
new stuff because my comments are always getting likes.
So
Because
you're
I'm so
suffering
funny
from
and
success.
so insightful.
Okay. The Golden Globe, or no, was it the Tonys or the Emmys?
Golden
It
Globes.
was the Golden Globes.
Yep.
The only things of note that I saw were
Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell was there.
Colin Farrell won for The Penguin.
Ah,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That makes me really happy.
Yeah. And then Kristen Milioti. Or is it Christine? I always forget her name.
I have no idea who
The
this person is.
girl, female lead of The Penguin, Sofia Gigante, Sofia Falcone.
Right.
Was beat by Jodie Foster. Because Jodie Foster is Jodie Foster.
That's Jodie Foster.
Even though it was not the highest regarded season of True Detective.
It was. Wait, was it season 4?
Yeah.
People
Well,
loved season 4.
compared to the past 2 seasons.
Really?
But not compared to season 1.
I've heard season
obviously.
2 was terrible.
Yeah. So they loved it compared to the past 2 seasons.
Oh, you're saying they loved it compared to the past 2, but it's
No.
not. Okay.
Yeah, no,
gotcha.
nothing will ever beat season 1 of True Detective. And
The Substance won something.
Demi Moore won for The Substance.
Right.
I don't really keep up with the Golden Globes. I don't particularly care about them.
Why not?
Because they don't. Award shows barely interest me. But it's just like
Oscars.
it's just like the Oscars and the Emmys are a little more worth paying attention to. in
Golden Globe's
society.
supposed to be international.
Okay. Whatever.
I didn't realize how well experienced the Agatha All Along cast was.
You mean Aubrey Plaza?
No. The third side
I
character.
only watched the 2 first episodes.
Okay, in those 2 first episodes, you meet one of the side characters who has 3 Tony Awards.
Which one did she play? Which witch?
She was one of the, she was the first witch that they meet that was part of their squad.
Yeah.
She has 3 Tony Awards.
Yeah, I recognized her. I couldn't place her though.
Extremely famous.
Yeah.
I don't know. She was very, very, very talented.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what? Huh? Huh? Hmm?
Look,
Ah.
here's what I want to say about Agatha All Along. If you want to watch a conceptual Marvel show where Aubrey Plaza is being cool and licking people, just watch Legion.
Don't watch Legion.
No, Legion's great.
Legion
You loved
is
it
a
at first.
headache.
You loved it at first.
And then
It's
I thought,
a lot of work. Okay,
holy shit, I am fucking bored.
it's not for everyone. It's not for people who don't have attention spans.
I have a better attention span than you.
Really? You want to
Yes.
fucking bet?
Yes, when it comes to certain stuff,
Such as?
Minecraft. I can play for 18 hours a day, motherfucker. I will tank my life.
That I don't think that's an attention span thing.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's a hyperfixation thing.
I played for
I am-
4.5 hours
and
today.
no, and I am I am hyper fixated on TV.
6 hours?
Like that is my forever fixation, TV and movies. Like it's hard for me to get bored by a slow movie. It's very hard for
Blue
me to get
Beetle.
bored. Blue Beetle did bore me.
It's not very good.
It wasn't that good, unfortunately.
Okay.
It just looked it had that problem that a lot of modern movies have where it just looked disgusting. I hated how it looked.
Too clean, too CGI.
Too clean and too CGI.
Yeah.
It just looks so artificial.
Very like Wakanda Forever.
I didn't see Wakanda Forever. I haven't seen most of the newest Marvel stuff.
It has a very manufactured look. And then you look at that, and in my head I compare it to Iron Man 1,
Yeah.
which is grittier and a lot less produced.
And it's not even just about grittier.
That's what I mean. Literally watching it, for me at least, it literally is looks closer to they think they used digital film grain and shit.
Yeah.
And they did stuff that made it, I think, a
it
more
looked
artistic.
like a movie.
Yeah, it had more artistic expression.
Uh-huh.
Whereas the new stuff lacks that a lot.
Yeah.
It feels like
We're not saying anything new. This has all been said before.
by us.
By people who know anything about movies.
What was I gonna say? Anyways, can I move on from the Golden Globes?
Yeah.
Apparently, there's something called Task Force M coming out.
Task Force. You mean Creature Commandos?
Task Force M, which is Creature Commandos, I guess.
It's called Creature
Tell me
Commandos.
about this.
This is why I rewatched the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker.
Oh. Okay.
Because Creature Commandos, I've seen the first 3 episodes. We're pacing ourselves because the last episode, there are only
Is it
7
out yet?
episodes. There are only 7 episodes, and they're 30 minutes each.
Is it out yet?
The first 6 episodes are.
Okay.
If you let me speak. Episode 7 comes out Thursday. So it will be out by the time this episode comes out.
Yep.
First 3 episodes, really strong. I wasn't really feeling it episode 1 or 2, but it's just a big old bottle of James Gunn fun.
What is it?
So it is basically at the end of Peacemaker, Adebayo, spoilers, kind of releases everything about Amanda Waller or her mom's stuff, doing the Task Force X, which is Suicide Squad, and how, it's bad to put bombs in people's heads and make them do what you want to do.
Allegedly.
And so Congress is basically like, no, you can't do that. And then Amanda Waller's response is like, well, it says human. It says human in the thing.
Oh.
So.
And then she did it with non-humans.
Yeah. So there's the bride, who is Frankenstein's bride. She's a corpse.
All right, don't spoil anymore.
No, these are just the characters.
I'm gonna watch
There's Weasel from the Suicide Squad. There's Nina, who's a fish lady.
I thought Weasel was dead.
There's the one that's a little more contested. He seems kind of like a human. There's Dr. Phosphorus, which is one of my favorite Batman villains. Alan Tudyk is playing him. So, yeah, that's a lot of fun. And there's G.I. Robot, who just loves killing Nazis.
Oh, I like that casting. I like that concept.
Yep.
Okay, from what you've described, it sounds like shittier Doom Patrol.
But different. And then there's Rick Flag Sr., who's the person who's doing it all. So,
okay.
Yeah. And who will be... What I love about this show, and what I love about the DCU coming...
Don't spoil it. Careful.
No, it's not that. It's that James Gunn has cast all of these animated characters with actors who can also play them in live action. Like Rick Flag Sr., the main character, one of the main characters of the show, is confirmed to be in Peacemaker Season 2.
Wait, is this a live action show or animated?
This is animated. So Creature Commandos is animated.
Oh. Oh, boo.
No, it's a lot of fun. Animation,
Boo.
Don't fucking knock animation.
Boo.
Animation is great. What are you talking about?
Boo. It's not as good as real movie.
No, animation's pretty good. And it's
no shit.
Yeah.
It's just not as good as real movie.
Say that to Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse was incredible amounts of art.
Yeah.
And
I know, but I'm saying like that's literally one of your favorite movies. Since when do you hate
it? Is
hate on animation?
I would not put it above actual movie.
But it is an actual movie. It's just not filmed. It's not a live action movie.
I know. It's harder for me to engage with the material.
Fair. No, I do think
that's my prime complaint is that it's harder to engage with the material. Therefore, it has a less long-lasting effect.
Personally, I do prefer
on the consumer.
I disagree with that, but I do like depending on it all just depends on the project. But but I do personally prefer live action because I think just the intricacies of emotion that you can get from an actor's face are unlike anything you can see in animation. But they both have their strengths. They both have their place. And I like that the DCU, James Gunn's plan is to have it all in the same continuity across live action, animation, and video games.
Oh god, the video game sucked. Suicide Squad video game is terrible.
That does not take place within this continuity.
It came out like a year ago.
Yeah, it came out before James Gunn took over.
James Gunn didn't take over a year ago?
Around the same time, that was already in production and in development. Like James Gunn took over before the Flash movie came out.
That game sucks dick.
Yeah, everybody knows this. That doesn't take place within the
game is
continuity.
really bad.
Yeah, and people were really disappointed because it supposedly is an Arkham game, which just yeah, that's what was the big selling point of it, that it takes place within the continuity of the Arkham games.
That's really stupid.
Yeah, no, and it totally like ruined the ending of the last Arkham game, and totally it was just it was a terrible, terrible, terrible thing all around.
I was just gonna bring something up and I completely forgotten it. Oh right, yes. On the similar topic of animation versus live action,
yep.
I had lunch with a friend of mine today, and it reminded me of something he said a while ago in class, which is that anime women are more expressive than real women. Which I just thought,
Expressive?
yes, and it's easier to tell their emotions.
Well, okay.
But more expressive and easier to tell their emotions.
One they're written by a man.
Yeah. And so I just thought that was really funny. And because he made like a whole presentation about why like anime women were like better.
Mm-hmm.
And our teacher didn't love this. But it was a fun time.
A lot of the presentations and projects he would do were a little controversial, from my recollection.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. I mean, we spent an hour and a half. He was trying to get me to he wanted me to believe that there's a chance that there is a God.
You don't even believe there's a chance?
No.
A chance?
No.
A chance?
You can keep saying it in like 1,000 different ways.
A chance. A modicum of a chance. A chance.
Dipshit. I don't. Inherently and intrinsically, I do not. Because having...
It's pretty lame.
Alright, cool. You're right. It's not lame to believe the thing that everyone's believed for 5,000 years.
Did you not hear about that Jesus guy?
Who? No, I have not heard. World famous Jew. I had something else on my topic channel and I forget what it is, so I'm gonna pull
your
it up.
turn for a topic channel.
Well, I talked about Task Force M. Right. Okay, we watched the Blade Runners.
Oh, we watched both Blade Runner movies.
Blade Runner 1 is really not chill.
There's a thing about consent in that movie.
There were, I think, I counted, if I remember correctly.
Also, we watched the final cut, not the original cut.
It's really bad. There were 8 different instances of forgetting consent.
Mm-hmm.
And
that we counted.
We counted.
We started counting. We might have started
counting. And now that I
late.
think about it, the first female character that we are introduced to as the audience, Harrison Ford ends up railing.
Yeah. Well, what did you think was going to happen in a Harrison Ford movie?
That maybe he shows the first female character that's on screen 10% more respect.
Well, it was...
Or
you can respectfully rail someone.
Sorry. That I don't know. So the characters would pass the Bechdel test a little bit.
No, that's
or the lampshade
test.
test.
It's a 1980s movie.
Okay, so is Princess Bride.
Does that pass the Bechdel test? I'm not sure it does.
It probably passes the lampshade test.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about the Bechdel test. Lampshade test you can pass in the 1980s.
Sometimes, rarely.
No, it's pretty possible. Like, have you never heard of the movie Alien?
I have not watched it.
It stars a woman.
Can she be replaced with a lamp with boobs and a gun?
No, she is the... Okay, see, how would a lamp shoot a gun?
The movie's called Alien, man. I don't know what to tell you here.
But yeah, also I haven't seen Alien, but
of fucking course. Yep.
Yeah, but here's the thing about some movies. There are certain movies I see. I think the Bechdel test is given a lot of respect in the fact I don't think it should be applicable to every movie. Hear me out.
Elaborate. Yeah, I want to hear
this. I
this.
do think maybe you should have scenes where two females talk, but there's some movies that are about a single character, and every scene without that character, the characters are talking about that character. You know what I mean? So you can't pass the Bechdel test because they're talking about a man. You know what I mean? But the men also talk about the man. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And that's true. There are also movies that star women. Every single scene is just it's as like a character study movie, you know?
Sure.
Focus on that character. Do you concur?
In a general sense, kind of.
Yeah.
In a sense of 1981 Blade Runner, 1982,
Oh, no.
Absolutely not. The movie A sucked dick, B had issues with consent.
It was just very.
And
It
C
was very. There was not a lot of.
treated most of the women and no, all of the women and like 60% of the men as literal slabs of meat
And that bark sometimes.
that bark and leap
And Kool-Aid Man through
and
walls.
Kool-Aid Man through walls and act like they're characters in Twilight.
Yeah.
And
the first movie is
are
just
all oiled up and happy.
look, the world. I really liked the set design, the production design. It was incredible.
World building.
Great world building. Just there was absolutely
I
no
didn't love the-
substance to the plot or characters.
I didn't love the tonality of the first one. I think it was confused tonally.
I can
I
see
think
that.
it tried to maintain a slightly, like it wanted to maintain a more noir aesthetic. Like it kind of aspired to that,
Mm-hmm.
but then made no effort to do that and came off way more Star Wars
Yeah.
in a way that I think is terrible.
Yep.
That said, Blade Runner 2,
2049.
2049. I thought it was much better.
Oh, it's much better.
I still think it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Alci doesn't like it. It's too
I didn't-
slow paced.
I didn't say I don't like it. No, in fact, for some reason you're obsessed with the fact that I think slow pace is bad. It worked in that movie because there was actual substance to it. I like Legion, dude.
Yeah.
What
Well, you like watching Legion all at once.
do you mean?
I
You mean like fluidly?
Did you binged all of Legion?
No, I took like a 2-month break in season 2 both times I watched it because season 2 is hard to get through.
Okay. See, I didn't know that. A. B. Fucking knew it. Fucking knew it.
What do you mean? Okay, you see, you will like intentionally ignore things I say to you. I'll
No,
be
you
like,
just don't say them loudly enough to my ears.
I tell you multiple times. Season 2 is really hard to get through, but the ending it makes it worth it.
You say that. You didn't say I took a collective 4
I did.
months
I have
break.
mentioned this before. I have
You
mentioned this.
didn't.
I have specific memory telling you this because you said
I have specific memory of you telling me that you didn't. So how does that feel?
okay. Oh, this is my last Ferrero Rocher. 2049. Big fan of it. I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd.
What else have you given 4 stars? I'm just curious.
Most recently, The People versus Larry Flint.
Not that. Other things.
I was gonna give it a 3.5 through most of it, but then the ending really buffed it up for me. It's just like I looked at it and I'm just like, I enjoyed this movie about as much as I enjoyed that movie. That was my thinking because that was the most recent movie I had watched that it rated 4 stars as well.
Interesting.
For most of Blade Runner 2049, I was gonna give it 4.5 stars. But there were just
Spoilers, by the way.
There were a couple too many times. Well, it's just like the kind of final fight. I wasn't a fan of how it was done. I thought it dragged on a little too long.
I think so too.
They did keep the theme of just like kissing someone without consent right before you kill them. Replicants love to do that in the Blade Runner universe.
I forgot. See, I was a big fan of this movie. Wiped that entire portion out.
Yeah. But I was a big fan of the movie. In fact, I continuously think about maybe bumping it up to 4.5, like going and changing my review. But there were just a couple too many issues. Like there was some pretty exposition-heavy dialogue that didn't sound totally natural in the beginning.
I think that was, okay. Tell me that, like, was there expositional dialogue that lasted more than 25 minutes? Like, in terms of the total, from start to finish.
That's a lot of time.
Let me finish. 25 minutes into the movie.
The pacing of this movie makes that difficult to say.
Yeah.
Because it feels pretty soon into the movie, but it could have been 40 minutes in.
That is a fair point.
Yeah. But I like the slow pacing. Robin
Dude.
Wright also being in the movie, she was great. Most of the cast was awesome. The cast was incredible. Sorry.
Twist at the end, dude.
I was a big fan of it. I knew it, but I forgot to know it. But I was just like, oh, of course. It was one of those moments.
Ana de Armas, dude.
Ana de Armas, she's great.
You don't think they utilized her enough?
Not true. I think she was utilized the appropriate amount.
I actually think she was slightly underutilized. Slightly. I
I-
would have liked more. I think Blade Runner as a limited series would have been killer.
Oh, 2049?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. For sure, given that same like budget and amount of time, that would have been awesome.
And imagine but they had the time to do world building with Ana de
Yeah.
Armas's
Oh,
character,
that would have been so cool.
with Kay's backstory and
then,
his
like,
life and
imagine
his
if
development.
They didn't put like Harrison Ford in posters and stuff, and then it was actually a surprise that he shows up.
Oh, it'd be fantastic. It would have been like if they Andorified it.
Yeah, yeah.
That might be a goal of mine,
What?
to remake it at like when I'm rich and famous.
Or why don't you just make like Blade Runner 2084?
No, they jump 30 years each time.
Oh,
Austin
'cause
was
it was
Blade Runner
2019.
2019.
It was 2019.
2049, so it would have to be 2079.
Cyberpunk,
Uh,
but 2 years later.
yeah.
But no, that'd be cool.
It would be cool. I'm a sci-fi guy. You're not a sci-fi guy like I am. You're not a film noir fun coloring guy like I am.
How is that at all the same as sci-fi? That's like my
Neon lights,
favorite shit
man.
in the world.
Neon lights, man. You hate the neon.
No, in fact, that was kind of my problem. Most of the movie, and this is just Roger Deakins was a cinematographer, compared to the first movie, looked a little too clean for me.
Because you watched the first one right beforehand,
Yeah,
which not
it's like
only
Blade Runner
looked terrible, was super dirty,
No, it didn't.
and had bad compression.
But it didn't look.
I didn't like the way it looked at all.
I thought it was a very visually interesting film.
Sorry. I liked the way it looked. I didn't like the way that the film looked, if that makes sense.
You mean like the film itself, like the material? Like, wait, no. What do you mean?
Kind of, yes.
Literally,
Literally, it was a little too old movie-y for me.
you could
so-
say you like noir and then say you don't like old movies.
I like neo-noir, which is what it created the genre.
No, it
kind
did
of.
fucking not.
Created the genre.
And no, here's what I'll say. It's just what I mean is literally in terms of setting. Like the original Blade Runner, a lot of it is in the dirt, in the muck. It's of the city. It's crowded. It's rainy.
Bruh.
2049, a lot of it was
How does it open?
Clean locations.
They're on a maggot farm.
Okay, no, but it's a very open, clean location. I mean, like Blade
It's
Runner.
raining at almost every moment in the city.
Okay, you've missed a very key word of what I said. Crowded, city underbelly.
There was a singular scene that we saw the city, pretty much.
Yes,
That, I agree with you. I wish they did more of.
exactly.
That's why I'm saying it's a limited series. It would have been fantastic.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I wanted to see more of the city because that's like a big part of the setting in the world.
I think I should read the book.
There is a book
I think it's what it's based off of.
based on.
I think that's what it's based on.
But yeah, was Harrison Ford a replicant?
No.
According to the original movie, he was, but in the final cut, it's pretty ambiguous.
It's also, it doesn't make sense with the continuity. And considering 2049 is a much better movie, I'm going to go with the continuity that they establish,
Well,
which
what
is that he isn't, but she is, and that's why the birth is important.
I don't
because
think
it's...
you recall the conversation he had with Jared Leto. Jared Leto was trying to convince him, what if you're a replicant, buddy?
Jared Leto was, but Jared Leto's weird. Unless... That could have been the big thing. So my understanding originally when I first watched it was the big thing was a hybrid baby.
Uh-huh.
But not a full replicant baby.
See, the big thing might have been that it was surprising that it was a hybrid at all. Like that the mother was replicant. But what if father replicant too?
That would be interesting. But they
It
said
would
that
mean-
no, but the biggest thing is that they also said they lived for 4 years.
No. Legally, they are designed to live for 4 years. That is that is what they did to hijack them feeling human emotions. That doesn't mean they designed all of them to live for 4 years. That doesn't mean they went a little bit illegal and designed some illegally.
I think that's not. I think that's kind of edging into the world of fan theory.
No, that's literally what they
Fun
implied about
theory.
Harrison Ford.
Fan theory.
I think you just missed some of the conversations in these movies.
I listened to all of it multiple times, except for when Jared Leto was talking, or Harrison Ford. My mom agrees that he is not a good actor.
Harrison Ford? Have you seen Indiana Jones?
Yes.
He is continuously like my favorite part of most things he's in.
That doesn't mean that he is objectively a good actor.
He was my favorite part of Blade Runner 2049.
That doesn't mean that he is objectively a good actor.
I think he did well.
I think he was given a very limited character.
Okay, let me say this. Does he have an incredible amount of range? No. But I think he does what he does well.
Yeah, I think that's a better way to look at it.
Yeah.
But lacking severe amounts of range.
Yeah, but I
or
think
apparent desire to be in any scene involving anything.
well, that's what I love about Harrison Ford, that he just doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but that's
He's so funny. Have you seen interviews with him?
Yes,
Yeah, he's so funny.
plenty.
He's literally me.
He's not.
Harrison Ford's more
90.
literally me than Ryan Gosling, at least. That's
Of course, Ryan Gosling's a theater kid. Ryan Gosling did dance.
Yeah.
And he's more attractive
okay.
and
Who's
better at
more
acting.
literally Ryan Gosling in 2049, me or Max? Let's have this argument right now. We had this argument. Let's have this argument.
Okay, I'm a replicant. I have been called a robot for my entire life.
Okay. I have also been called that. I fell in love with a hologram.
I fell in love with
Checkmate.
someone who treated me like a hologram.
No.
Yes.
No, because my hologram treated me like how Ana de Armas treats Ryan Gosling.
I don't think that's true because Ana de Armas. I was gonna get mean.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a tech guy and I like computers and living in the future.
Yeah. I.
Do you know how long I've been working on a model of a flying car? Seriously.
Since when does Ryan Gosling invent that shit? He just uses that shit.
Still.
Yeah.
Since I was 6, I've been prototyping.
I was depressed until I witnessed a miracle.
Does he say that?
Well, no, that's what Dave Bautista said.
Yeah,
during
Dave
the beginning
Bautista
of the
said
movie.
that.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I was purposeless.
Gosling doesn't say that.
No. He doesn't
Ryan-
say a lot of the
Ryan-
things we're saying. What the fuck?
Ryan Gosling doesn't say a lot.
Exactly. And that's why it's literally me.
It's neither of us.
No,
we have a
look
podcast.
look at me back in
Ryan Gosling would never. Okay, Kay would never ever have a podcast.
No, that's true.
ever.
No, I do not think I'm literally K. But like, also look at me in high school versus you in high school.
What about us?
Who talked more?
Both of us were seen as outcasts.
Outcasts, but who talked more?
You in your head were talking to Ana de Armas. That doesn't count.
See, that's why I'm literally K.
Why? Because you're in your head you're talking to outcasts. Everyone likes Ana de Armas. You don't. Come on.
But she's my wife.
She's not. Doesn't she have a husband?
Yeah, me.
No, but like actually,
Probably.
I think she does.
I don't know. Why would I? That. What does that have to do with me?
I bet they're happy. I bet you would just be like a third, like a bad person, like an Ariana Grande type.
What does that mean?
She is very much cheated on people and been homewrecker girl. She has a song called "Break Up with Her Girlfriend" because I want to have fun or because I'm bored, and she did that.
Huh.
Her current Ethan Slater left his wife and kids for her.
Wow. I'm gonna be really honest. I do not care about Ariana Grande.
Okay, is it because she doesn't have any depth?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, as a Sabrina Carpenter type, which isn't us being sexist. I've listened to plenty of interviews with both of these people. Both of them seem like they are replicants. They are industry plant replicants. Objective, they are.
I don't know anything about either of them, and I don't need to.
I watched so much of Victorious and then Sam and Cat.
I didn't.
They're terrible shows.
Okay. Controversial opinion.
Jesus Christ. Man, we're in a basement together. Why?
Yeah.
And you lock the door? What's in your topic channel? Oh, man. Oh, man.
Okay. So I don't remember the context of this.
You dipshit.
No, I don't remember the context of under which my dad said this.
Oh.
But I just remember my dad saying, "Is that like the Jizzler?"
How old's the kid again?
I have fucking no idea. I don't know anything about the Rizzler. I don't want to
really
talk
young.
about him. I don't want to talk about the Rizzler. I want to talk about the Jizzler. Okay, I want to talk about the Jizzler.
Who is at least 18.
And it was while we were
Probably
watching
25.
Peacemaker, so the word jizz has been said a couple times in Peacemaker. At this
No,
point.
I'm sure not. I'm sure not.
No, but then we were like, what did you like? But both my brother and I just like we're taken aback. We were like, what did you just say?
What?
And
What?
he was just like, well, like, and he meant jizz. He knew what he was saying when he said jizz. But because we're watching Peacemaker, and so then my brother goes, jizzle me this.
Jizzle me this, Batman. So fucking stupid. God. It's really funny though.
I'm sorry. Anyway.
The jizz symbol in the night sky. They no fear. I like imagining that.
Jizzle me this, Batman. Oh,
it was me, Barry.
It was me, Barry. I jerked you off in super speed, so it seemed like you ejaculated at a woman's touch.
I saw one today where it was like, it was me, Barry. When you thought you were clapping her cheeks, I swapped places with her. It was me.
Yeah.
You were clapping my cheeks. Oh, no. I have seen so many clips of CW shows recently.
Really?
YouTube shorts.
Mm-hmm. How are they?
Bad.
Like which ones?
There's some of the... there's a few of The Flash, Supergirl, Arrow, and Lucifer. I actually
Lucifer isn't CW, I don't think.
I think Lucifer is CW.
No,
No, I'm like 80. I watched the entire season multiple times through. 85% sure it's Lucifer.
It was on like CBS and then it was picked up by Netflix.
I think it was on the CW. I'm checking.
It wasn't CW, I know that.
I'm googling this
because I used to watch the CW shows. Why do you doubt me? Why does he do it? I do know that it was canceled and then picked up by Netflix. And then became like a Netflix original. Oh, look at that face, Max.
Answer was unclear.
Was I right about CBS? Because I'll feel proud of myself.
No.
Okay, what was it?
Fox, then Netflix.
Okay.
But they kept Tom Ellis. That's probably why it's better.
The actor?
No, the show than this other than the actual CW shows.
Oh, because it's not a CW show?
Yep.
Yep.
It is better. It's not good, but it's better.
I haven't seen it.
It is actually
like it is good. It is DC technically.
They have really good like sound music choice.
Yep.
Like literally one of the seasons opens with him singing "Creep" by Radiohead.
Really? You mean the song that everyone uses?
But
I've seen that in
a cool scene, in a cool way.
I know, but it's like saying that's really good music choice. I've seen that in like at least 5 things.
Okay, he's miserable. He loses someone that he cares about.
So he sings
and,
"Creep" by
let me
Radiohead.
finish. Shut it the fuck up. In the end of the last season, this one he opens it up and it's a pan while he's playing it at the piano in the middle of his club, but he's wearing different clothes, and so he's doing it.
I've actually seen this. It's like the trailer for it on Netflix.
And then a robber waits for him to finish. And at the final one, he's holding a gun to his head.
Whoa. No, that sounds cool. I'm just like...
Okay, compared to the CW show...
Yeah, no, that's a lot. That's
where they literally had the Flash struggling to catch bullets sometimes.
Yeah.
Is dog shit.
No. The funniest thing about the Flash show is that there will be scenes where like it'll do something, then the Flash will be distracted, and then like there are multiple times I can specifically remember shots where like the villain will exit a door to the building, and then Flash will take care of the 5 things. They're gone. He got away.
I wish I had some way of possibly catching up to this person. If there was only one way to do it.
It's just with a show about the guy called the Flash, it's hard to come up with a villain that will last 40 minutes.
It's hard to come up with one that'll last 10. But
yeah.
You know what's interesting? Did you watch The Arrow?
I did watch Arrow. I watched it all the way through.
That's Stephen Amell.
Yep. What about him?
His cousin, Robbie Amell.
You know Stephen Amell is starring in a Suits spinoff called Suits L.A.?
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yep.
Because they have like golden casting genes or something. His brother, cousin, Robbie, was the star of Upload.
Oh.
Which was good for a season, and then really mediocre for the second season.
Yep.
But it was funny. It was funny, and it was like clever. I thought but not super clever. I thought it was decent.
We're only 40 minutes in.
I know. It's shit.
Ah!
Ah!
I see, like, I'm literally Ryan Gosling. Ah! Ah! You know, in that one scene.
Yeah. I like Ryan Gosling in Crazy Stupid. I like Ryan Gosling.
I can't think of a bad Ryan Gosling role.
Have you watched Crazy Stupid Love?
Yeah.
Love that movie. Love that movie.
It's a fun movie.
Very fun movie. Also, Emma Stone is my wife.
Okay.
No, she's not. I wish.
Yeah.
But that's also La La Land. And that broke my heart.
In La La Land, I heavily relate to. Anyway.
God, you're miserable.
Yeah. Anyway, now that we're cutting back in.
No, we can keep that in. That's fine. Actually, a scene from Upload that I think is visually and conceptually interesting, but done extraordinarily gross, and it's set in the future, and so to get cheeses, they have genetically engineered cows that are 400 feet long, and they just have specific udders that produce specific cheeses, and so they just start squeezing an udder, and cottage cheese starts coming out. And they start spraying each other with it.
Oh, we're going to Comic-Con this weekend.
Don't say we.
No, I meant my friends.
Yeah, I figured.
And I
Asshole.
am going to Comic-Con. We are.
And I'm not invited.
It's in New Orleans.
I'm still not invited.
You're welcome to come.
I don't want to come.
Exactly.
I can't come. I'm not in New Orleans.
Day one, I'm being a Homelander because some of us are going as people from The Boys. And
wait, can you tell me everyone's outfits?
All I know at the moment, for some reason, I don't know what most people are being, for some reason. But I know that DJ is Starlight, and I know that I think Nate might be going as Butcher.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then day two, we're just gonna do like MCU.
You get to again be Daredevil.
I'm doing Daredevil again.
I'm
gonna go out tomorrow and I'm gonna buy some Muay Thai ropes.
Do you not have Muay Thai ropes?
No.
You don't?
No.
Why not? I thought you did Muay Thai for a bit.
Yeah, but like not
enough to get ropes.
No, like not within that. They are used in forms where they're used in leagues where they don't use actual like pads and padding. You know? They are not like widely used in the US as far as I know. Yeah, because they will fucking hurt people.
Okay.
They are brutal. Like you tie knots to go across your knuckles. Like thick ass knots to punch people, and that hurts. You can basically, it protects your hand in a way that you can punch pretty much as hard as you can pretty much anything.
I don't believe that.
No, like people's faces and stuff.
Without getting a bone bruise?
Yeah.
So if I punched concrete.
No. Like people's faces.
Okay, that makes sense.
I meant like if you punch somebody in the skull.
Yeah, but you can't punch them in the femur.
You could.
Femur's as strong as concrete.
But you could. There's meat around it.
Okay, technically.
Yeah, what do you mean?
But if you hit it just right.
Yeah.
Or a shin. God, that would suck.
Yeah. No, one of the most like owie like scenes I've seen in anything was in an episode of Banshee that Anthony Starr.
Don't spoil it.
No, but somebody throws a punch and the person blocks it by just putting their fucking elbow up, so they just like their knuckles just splinter on impact.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm tired of?
What?
Ripping off nails in movies.
Ooh.
Tired of it. It's gross. It's the same effect every time.
Yep.
It's like, and this is excluding, of course, Gray Man, but...
It happened in The Gray Man?
Yes.
Oh, they did torture Billy Bob Thornton.
And they showed it, and it was really gross. It happened in The Arrow. It's just bad.
I've seen it enough to be unfazed by it.
Also, well, I think it's lame also because torture is ineffective.
Yeah.
It actually is.
Yeah.
As shown by the FBI and the CIA.
Yeah, I wrote a movie about this.
Where's the proof? Not out yet.
Like it's about. No, I wrote a feature-length movie.
Will
Like the short film is not about this, but the movie is based on this organization called the High Value Detainee Interrogation Group, and it's made up of the CIA. It's just called the HIG, but it's High Value Detainee is the H. It's made up of the CIA, FBI, and Department of Defense, and
no Homeland.
Huh?
No Homeland.
Not in the research I did, and they are basically focused on doing psychological research and then doing interrogations that are actually effective because of how badly the search for Osama bin Laden went.
What do you mean? It was perfect. Well, also, we knew where he was, and we just went to war with a different country, which doesn't help. But, okay. But by the time this podcast comes out, will the short film be out?
Yes.
Well, go watch it.
If I choose to post it publicly.
You should.
I'm not sure.
Are you not proud of it?
I just know I can do so much better now. And so to post it now is like...
You want to do reshoots?
I'm at least... Like, even if I post it unlisted, I will link it here.
Okay.
Because as long as you guys know that... Unfortunately, it could have been so much better. Yeah.
And every future project will be better.
Yes. Yeah.
Including blood pools.
Yeah.
Sure you don't want to just hire an editor for blood pools?
No, I want to work on it with
it
there are a couple people back at Alci who do like VFX and stuff who I've told about it. They're like, that sounds like so much fun.
But we should get it done.
Yeah, so over the semester, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have your new schedule yet or no?
Probably. I haven't checked yet.
Well, are you on did you make your course or are you on a preset path?
There was a problem because I explained this before. Basically, if I need to change things, I will just talk to my counselor. She's very good at switching things around.
So you are on a preset path.
No, you're allowed to select your courses. There was just an issue with my thing that there was like a block on my account for a specific reason that was stupid, and then I fixed it, but then I would call them every day and be like, okay, yeah, we'll take the block off, and then they just wouldn't.
Dude, very similar thing happened to me.
Yep.
So fucking annoying. Their holds on registration make me want to die.
Yeah. So yeah, basically I didn't get to select my courses like everybody else. But I'll because of how easy I was able to switch around with my advisor at the beginning of the semester, I'm not very scared of how easy I'll be able to switch it around at this semester.
Cool. I mean, congratulations.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. You have any more topics in your topic channel there, buddy?
No.
Buddy old boy?
No.
Buddy old boy?
2025? No, we already talked about that.
Do I have any goals? Do I have any other goals? I want to make more movie.
You want to make a movie?
I want to make more movie.
More movie?
More
I also
movie.
want to help you make more movie.
Yeah.
We have a gimbal now.
We do. We could do that this summer.
We could.
We could also maybe film a short film because Max is going to come and visit LSU during his spring break.
Easter break.
That's not the same as spring break.
No.
So that's why you're able to come down.
Yes.
And it won't conflict with anything I might need to do for spring break. That's
Yes.
great. I knew that.
Did not. So if you go home for spring break,
yeah,
I will also be home for spring break.
I don't know necessarily if I'll go home for spring break. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yep.
But Easter break.
Yep.
You'll have me.
Yeah.
And I'll help all your friends with all the projects.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay. Say yay for Max.
Maybe you can visit my friends in Georgetown. First part was too genuine, and I'm putting that in your file. Little bag you. Can't say that word. Sorry,
No.
Alci.
I
Gotta edit that word out.
I have to bleep it twice because you said it twice.
Yeah,
You say this word a lot.
You can literally just mute my mic for that portion.
I'm going to add a bleep so that they know that you said a bad word.
I didn't. It's not a bad word. Okay, I heard probably the most crass way to describe a vagina,
Uh-huh.
and there's a few actually.
Uh-huh.
There's the C word, which we all know.
Sword sheath.
There's sword sheath. There's gash.
Yeah.
There's mutt.
Why are we talking about this?
And the worst was axe wound.
Oh! I'm so sorry, listeners, for this fucking degenerate.
I didn't come up with it.
But you repeated it.
So now we have to come up with ways
No!
general ways to describe men.
Oh.
Something that is as visceral as axe wound.
No. No. I'm so sorry, women. Women, you have to deal with so much. I'm 6 feet, by the way. 6'1". Actually.
You're 6 feet, 140 pounds. Will get knocked over with a gust of wind.
Yeah.
War. We need to. This is. If we don't, we're sexist.
If we don't what?
Come up with similar terms for men.
You're sexist.
We are sexist.
You are.
Mushroom head.
We? Who's we?
Mushroom head.
That's not original.
No, it's not. What would be?
Flex your fucking creative muscles if you're gonna do this.
Ballpoint pen. That's an option. Fountain pen. That's also gross.
Yeah.
White fountain pen.
I don't really want to have a long portion of me talking about this on
you
the
talked
internet.
about the jizzler. That's not...
That's different.
How?
That was funny.
So when I say the jizzler was out looking for some axe wound...
I'm cutting this portion out.
No, you can't.
I'm cutting this portion out.
It's funny.
I'm cutting this portion out. I want to get jobs in the future.
You won't not get jobs for that. Do you think they're gonna look through your podcast and say
yes?
Wait.
No, I think I will get hired.
Alci, episode 11. It's episode 11, minute 52.
It's episode 13. Are you not keeping up?
No, not at all.
Yeah. 13 is the scary number.
You know what also is scary?
But 13's the scary number.
You can't cut around this if I keep bringing it back to it.
No, I'm not going to cut around it.
Okay, great.
But 13, that's the scary number. Should we call this just episode 14 like hotels do?
No. Did they do that?
Have you never been in a fucking hotel where it just goes from 12 to 14?
No.
Pretty much every single building does this.
I don't think so. I think they just put it on the other side of the wall and you don't realize.
No, it's extremely common. How do you not know about this?
I don't know.
How people for years have been like, 13's a scary number.
I'm certain I've stayed in a 13 numbered hotel.
I've been on the 14th floor, which is really the 13th floor.
No. What? You think they don't have actual floors of hotels that are the 13th floor?
I'm saying they just call it the 14th floor because 13's a scary number. How do you not fucking know about this?
Movies have corrupted your brain.
Have you not been in buildings?
I'm in buildings all the time.
Look at the fucking numbers.
I do.
Okay, Google. Let's see this. You know how buildings don't have 13th floors? Tell me about that.
What's the answer, smart guy?
Buildings often skip the 13th floor because of a widespread superstition surrounding the number 13, called triskaidekaphobia, where people fear the number.
Triskaidekaphobia? That is some AI Gemini bullshit. That is hallucinating. You are wrong and you are lying. Give me.
Triskaidekaphobia. How do you not fucking know about triskaidekaphobia?
I've never seen this or experienced
it. Because
it in my
13's one of the
life.
devil's numbers.
Why?
It's like 666. The number of buildings that don't have a 13th floor is startling. And it's so stupid.
Oh my god.
How did you not
You
know
are
about
so
this?
right.
How did you not know about this?
Estimated 85% of buildings
Don't
that
have
had this
a 13th
that had that specific elevator brand.
Yeah.
But that's insane.
It is insane.
Is that real?
Yes.
That's crazy shit.
Yeah.
That can't be real.
It is so real.
Why is that how is that the devil's number?
I don't know. It's scary.
It's because it's prime.
Oh,
prime number. Like 7.
Prime number.
Ah!
Prime number.
777. That's lucky. Lucky sevens.
Yeah.
Well, also people say the lucky number 13.
They do that ironically. People who say 13 is their favorite number.
People are so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Holy shit, people
who
are
say
stupid.
13 is their favorite number do it because they're contrarians.
What a waste of brain power.
I don't get. How did you not know about this? This is. Have you never been in a building?
I've been in so many buildings, man.
Look at the fucking numbers.
Don't tell me what to do.
Look at the numbers.
Don't tell me what to do.
It goes 9, 10, 11, 12, 14.
Don't tell me what to do. Next time I'm in a tall building, I'll check.
Yeah.
Because I don't. I could check at the Georgetown Hospital.
Yeah. There's so many. It's so stupid.
It's really stupid.
It's so stupid.
Is it from Bates Motel or something?
I don't fucking know.
Have you seen Bates Motel?
Huh?
Or whatever that's American. Is that American
You
Psycho?
mean Psycho?
Psycho?
The movie Psycho?
Have you seen Psycho?
Yeah.
You're a Hitchcock fan.
Yeah.
Was that shot at Timberline Lodge? What am I
I
thinking
have
of?
no fucking idea.
Something was shot at Timberline Lodge.
Is that The Shining?
Shining
Yeah.
was. I've been there. It's really pretty.
Oh.
Really nice.
Do you have The Shining?
No.
Okay.
Just kind of looked a little old, but
Yeah.
good.
Do you know what The Shining is? Do you know?
He's writing. Type.
No,
Type.
Okay.
Type.
Here's Johnny. Even though his character isn't named Johnny.
Is that really? Okay, that movie sucks now. I've decided.
No, it doesn't.
The movie
It's
sucks.
Stanley Kubrick.
So what?
I haven't seen it.
So was Lolita. Okay, see? Bad director.
Okay, guys, my mouth is agape right now.
Have I seen any Kubrick? I'm trying to think.
I don't think you have. Full Metal Jacket?
Nope.
No, you definitely haven't seen any Kubrick. 2001: A Space Odyssey?
No.
Yeah, you haven't seen any Kubrick.
I'm gonna check.
You haven't seen any Kubrick.
Phil, I'm gonna check.
You haven't seen any Kubrick.
Phil.
Don't you trust me? Don't you trust me?
You don't know what I've seen.
I know that you haven't seen a lot.
That's hurtful. Chew.
Yeah, Max is looking at Stanley
Wow,
Kubrick
he
films.
doesn't have that many movies.
Yeah, because he spends a long time on them.
Then why aren't they better?
You haven't seen any of them.
Neither of you. I should watch these.
Yes, you should. You really should.
I don't want it.
They're pretty good.
Alci showed me Children of Men.
Yeah,
It's really good.
it is
Really
good.
annoyingly good.
My dad showed me that in middle school.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Again, but also
That's
the
why
way I normally sit when I'm leaning back, I'm out of frame.
you're on the edge of the frame. It's fine.
Okay. Glad that we're addressing this now.
Yeah, we get 30 views an episode. We're good.
Hey. Hey, I don't like that. It's not nice. And you know what? We're making more money on it than most people making 30 views.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're making money. Period.
$7.
$8? No, $7
Well, $7 a month.
split and then we have to split between us and then also give Patreon like 20%.
Yeah, dude, it's not that important to.
I actually don't think we have payouts set up, so I could just take all of it.
You've said this so many times on the podcast. Nobody cares.
But I'm going to.
Nobody cares.
I'm going to.
Go ahead.
And then I'm going to I'm going to take the money, and then I'm going to buy advertising for the podcast.
Okay.
I actually think that would be good.
Okay. Because Max is obsessed with being famous.
Okay, Mr. Cube. That's a little joke for people that have seen the Patreon episode with DJ,
Yep.
which I argue is our best episode.
The first 40 minutes where you're.
Or my audio's dog shit, yes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the best episode by far.
It is pretty good. Yeah.
How mad were you? You're so upset.
I was
You
pretty
were
mad
so
because
upset.
it was good content, and we knew it was good content while it was
wasn't
happening.
my fault.
Yeah.
Anyone but me.
We
We still have half an hour to go. Fuck's sake, man. This is tough because not only are we exhausted, but we went already for an extra 20 minutes.
Yep.
God damn it.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Yep.
Do you want to do a short episode this week?
No, we can't do that. We have to hold ourselves standard. Okay? And we Need to hold ourselves to this standard.
I don't like this. It looks like you're way too close to my crotch on camera.
No, it does not.
Yes, it does.
No, I'm looking at the camera. Well, Spotify listeners, if you want to check.
If you want to see for yourself,
Yeah.
collect your own Pokemon badge.
You ever seen Casablanca?
No.
Oh, there's a poster right there.
I should probably watch it.
I didn't like it when I was a kiddo. I thought it was slow and stupid and pointless. But I want to rewatch it.
Do you?
Because I haven't seen it since I was a kid. Yeah. It's a classic for a reason, I'm guessing. I don't doubt that it's probably a little overrated, though.
I think it is. I think most of... Dude, I don't like most old movies.
No?
Yeah.
Well, you haven't seen the right ones.
Like...
Because I really like old movies.
Have you seen The Green Hornet?
No.
I've seen that movie maybe 7 times.
That is not an old movie.
Maybe 11 times.
That is not an old movie.
I know, but I was thinking about that.
I hate it. Okay. I was in one of my film classes, somebody said something about old movies. Kids, these goddamn film majors. Sorry, guys. I don't remember who said this, but they were talking old movies. They were like, "Oh, that's an old movie," talking about a movie from like the 80s or 90s.
That's
Saying
an older movie.
Yeah, no, but then the teacher was like, "So what do you guys consider old movies?" They were just like, "Oh, anything from before I was born."
Eat.
No, we are not old. We're children. Just because a movie's older than us does not make it old. Heat is not an old movie. Old is 60s or before. Maybe even 70s. Maybe even 70s.
I would say 70s.
Are people born in the 70s old?
No. You know what? Okay. One of the guys on the yard said this.
Okay.
He called Tron an old movie.
Oh. Oh, no.
And he's 33.
Oh, no.
He's 35, actually. So he's older than us. So he might be right.
No.
And he has way more film experience than we do.
But no. Now, old, when you
he's
say...
also seen more movies than us.
When you say old movie, I think 60s or before. That's what old movie rings in my head.
Okay, maybe you're wrong.
Maybe, okay, is a person in their 40s old?
Don't compare people in movies.
Or is
Because
a person
movies,
in their 50s old?
thousands of movies are made a year.
So, millions of people are made a year.
Yeah, but no one gives a shit about most of them. And the way that the art develops and the technology develops is not equally linear as human age.
It's a fucking comparison.
I know, but it's a bad comparison.
It's, dude, just because what I'm saying is just because a movie's older than me does not make it an old movie.
I didn't say that. My argument was like 1980.
I can see 70s movies being considered old movies.
I think 1980.
So
Some 1980 movies. Like Star Wars.
That's 1970s.
Tron, the first one.
Is that 80s?
1980.
Came out 1980.
Maybe 1981.
Okay, then I thought it was a little newer than I thought. Then that's
Let me check.
okay.
Let me check.
I can get around that.
Tron. 1982.
Yeah, and so was Blade Runner 1982.
Yeah.
You know what? Fine, I can get around early 80s being considered old today, but that does kind of fuck with my head.
Jeff Bridges was the main character.
Because so many of my favorite movies growing up
I
were
should
80s
watch
movies.
Tron.
Sure, should I? Jeff Bridges is the main character of Tron?
I believe so.
How did I not know that?
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
Season 2 of The Old Man was disappointing.
The Old Man. Slow Horses?
No.
A show called The Old Man.
Yeah, we talked about it early on. It stars Jeff Bridges. It's an FX show, so that's why I really wanted to watch it, because FX makes shows that have the production quality of movies.
Some of them.
Most of them.
Sunny?
Sunny was picked up by FX.
Sunny's the longest running show.
And it was not original. It was picked up by FX.
Still.
But still, most FX original shows have the production qualities of movies these days.
Okay.
Such as The Old Man.
I'm inclined to believe you because I don't know otherwise.
But
But something about that doesn't
FX
seem right. No, I believe.
like they look like movies.
Okay. You don't need to sell me on this.
And The Old Man season 1, really liked the first episode, kind of progressively got worse. but John Lithgow's character kept me watching. And then season 2 was just kind of like, oh, come on, man. What's going on here?
This man's old, and he's a man.
It's an action show.
Really?
Yeah, and it's so the first episode's really good, and the action I really liked it. It's some of my favorite fight choreography I've seen in a while.
Better than. Did you ever watch Warrior?
We've talked about this many times.
You need
before.
to watch Warrior.
I know Warrior has incredible choreography. I said in a while, not. You know.
Just regardless, you need to watch Warrior.
I've seen a lot of the fight scenes from it because you've shown them to me.
No, I've shown you some of them.
Well,
there's
yeah, there are a lot of fight scenes. It's called Warrior. It's called Warrior.
There's
the name.
multiple every episode.
Yeah,
man.
it's in the name.
It's like if the Flash, but he actually ran and did stuff like that.
I think he runs a bit in the show.
A little bit, but it's also kind of like the Sonic show, where he just needs to dig deep, and he can find it.
Which Sonic show?
Any of them.
No, there's one that's actually hilarious. That I see clips from all the time. That's actually funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I know that. I love that canonically Knuckles has guns.
Knuckles? That Shadow is the one with the gun.
Shadow is right, not Knuckles.
Yep.
Have you seen Sonic 2 or 3 or 1?
No.
None of them.
No.
1 was tolerable.
That's what my brother told me.
2 and 3, I've heard, are not.
That is not what I've heard at all. I've heard it gets better every movie.
I've heard it gets significantly worse.
I've heard Sonic 3 is by far the best of the 3.
I've heard 2 was literally, truly horrible.
I've heard 3 is by far the best of the 3. That's what I've heard.
I've heard mixed on that.
I've heard that 3 is the perfect Sonic movie, that it's not, of course, an incredible movie, but it's really good.
When Dr. Robotnik isn't fat, that's a problem.
It's fair. But, Jim Carrey retired recently and all that.
Yeah.
And he said he would only come back if there was, a script written in golden ink delivered to him by angels.
Yeah.
And then he came back for Sonic 3, so what does that tell you?
I guess that's fair. That it wasn't the big bag of money. It was the other stuff. Yeah. I need a Truman Show, too.
Truman Show 2.
Definitely wouldn't go against the plot at all, or the themes.
Turns out it was a bigger dome.
The Earth Dome. And, we're still following him. Come back in here. Yeah, you little fucker. We still got you, Truman.
Yeah.
I just love The Truman Show.
It's a very good movie.
You don't like it as much as
I love it.
You don't like it as much as I do.
I saw it and processed it when I was really, really young.
Okay. I think you should rewatch it.
Well, no, I've rewatched it.
Oh, okay.
I've seen it. It's a very good movie.
I love the way it's done.
It's done very well. Great cast.
Great cast. God, who's the guy in the
Man in the Moon?
Yes.
I always forget his name, but
always.
I know who you're talking about.
Always. I think we've done this 2, maybe 3 times on the podcast already, forgetting his specific name. I'm going to find out.
His name, really?
Yes.
I don't think we've ever talked about it
At
on
least
the podcast.
on one episode.
He's the villain in The Rock. Have you seen The Rock?
No.
It's an incredible movie.
Ed Harris. He's also the villain in Westworld.
No, but The Rock is actually good. It stars Sean Connery and Nick Cage, and it's about people breaking into
I don't like Sean
Alcatraz.
Connery. Yes, I know what it's about.
What do you mean you don't like Sean Connery?
He's a pervert.
No, but he's so cool though.
He's a guys.
Sometimes you just give him a little slap.
He's a bad person.
Hey, that's to be contested.
It's not.
I don't do research into these things for this very reason. But he's literally James Bond, and he will always be the best James Bond, and I will say that.
Idris Elba would be a killer James Bond.
Idris Elba would be a killer James Bond.
He'd be a very, very.
That would be that's my dream James Bond dreamcast right there. But
he might be too old though.
At this point, yeah.
They have a new Bond. Who is it?
There's gonna be a new one. He hasn't been cast yet.
I was told that they narrowed it down.
There are rumors of particular actors they've narrowed it down to. One that's always thrown around is Aaron Taylor Johnson, apparently.
Yes.
I like him. I can't see him as Bond.
I'm trying to think of what you thought about Bullet Train.
I enjoyed it. It's fun, but like that's it. I like the coloring.
I love the coloring. I think he was decent enough in Bullet Train that they could.
He was fun.
consider
No,
it.
he was my favorite character in Bullet Train. But he does not at all James Bond like.
No.
And I
think he could be a cast member.
Yeah, no, but
He's not Bond. He's too old. Also, I think.
No, I don't think so. I think
He's
he's
34.
Yeah, but like in Hollywood these days, that's young enough to be Bond for a couple movies. And some Bonds only lasted one movie in history. Like Timothy Dalton was only Bond for one movie, I believe.
Timothy Dalton.
The Chief in Doom Patrol.
No, I know who Timothy Dalton is, and I don't think of him as that. I think of him as the guy in Fallout.
He's not in Fallout.
Yeah, he is.
Sure.
Scarface guy.
What?
The Ghoul.
No.
Is that not Timothy Dalton?
Not even close. That is a southern man.
Who is that guy?
I always forget his name as well. And that is probably like one of his first good roles. I haven't seen him in any good roles since then. I'm a fan of him. He does well. He does really well in Fallout.
Walton Goggins.
Walton Goggins.
Not Timothy Dalton.
No.
It's
and those
I think
are
I've gotten them confused as well.
On the podcast, yeah.
Yes.
Those are also extremely different people. Like those people could not be further from each other.
That's not true.
Okay, couldn't be further, but they are very far.
Timothy Dalton's
a British man.
Almost 80.
Yeah.
He's
like
tall.
Yeah. You really thought that a British actor played the Ghoul in Fallout?
Brits can do very good accents.
I know, but like still.
You've seen Knives Out, haven't you? And then Glass Onion, the best of them.
Yeah.
The best.
Did you ever watch Poker Face?
No.
I enjoyed it.
What is it?
It's Bryan Johnson, so same guy who did the Knives Out movies.
I'm mixed on Bryan Johnson, I think.
But no, he has his moments and he has his misses. But he started on Breaking Bad, so that gives him some major points.
For you.
For
you.
It's only got like double-digit Emmys, so it's fine.
So did True Detective.
No, it didn't get into the double digits.
I think now it has.
Well, True Detective Night Country is technically a separate show.
How?
Because it's called True Detective Night Country.
Game of Thrones, the other stuff, I guess.
Yeah, House of the Dragon is not the same as Game of Thrones.
Shut up.
Yeah. It's called a spin-off.
Is it? But
no, True Detective Night Country is basically season 4. But
think
they're
it is
also
season
basically
4.
all limited series in and of themselves.
Yeah.
But which is why True Detective was so robbed at the Emmys. If it had been nominated in the limited series category, it would have taken everything, dude.
You think?
Yes.
Nah.
Dude, limited series at that time were not nearly as strong. But like even so, Fargo, the show, it's done 5 seasons so far. They're all really, really good. But they are also all separate stories with little interconnecting things to each other. They always nominate in the limited series category for that reason, and because of that, they do pretty well.
But True Detective isn't?
No. They nominated True Detective in the drama category.
Why?
Except for Night Country, which they made it a separate show so that they could nominate it in the limited series category. That's one of my theories of why they did that. And like
Emmys is stupid.
Yeah.
Then why were you using it as a defense of why it's good?
It used to be respected. Like award shows used to be a little better.
Sure.
No,
I need to watch The Sopranos.
Yes, you do.
Have you seen The Sopranos?
Bits and pieces. I've been meaning to watch it in full though.
We both need
really
to watch it. We could do we've been talking about a watch along for the Patreon.
Yeah, for a long time.
We've been talking about a lot of stuff.
Yep. But I was saying something, wasn't I? Oh yeah, Bryan Johnson. He did the show called Poker Face. I liked it.
I think my mom watched that.
It's about this woman who is essentially like a human lie detector. She just for some reason can always tell when people are lying. And
that's
so
such a
she used to use that to
played out trope.
No, but so she used to use that to like, win poker games and whatnot. But now now it's basically just kind of like an old-fashioned murder mystery show where she's going across the country and stumbling upon different murders, except it's always done with just a star-studded cast every single episode. So it's like really fun Yeah.
It's Michael Caine and Sam Jackson, and they're fighting over.
Not quite Michael Caine, but like but that's the kind of thing that would happen.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Like there's this one episode with like Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
What?
He's like a big rich guy. Yeah, and there's this.
Yeah, we got Joseph Gordon-Levitt. We're only gonna use him for like 10 minutes.
No, he's in one episode for the full runtime because people die.
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna
each
write this
each
down
episode
as a show I need to watch.
it's almost like a self-contained episode. It's not the best thing in the world. It's just fun.
It sounds fun,
It's just fun.
but also.
But like the first episode is Adrian Brody. Do you know who Adrian Brody is? Of course you don't.
Nope.
I'm trying to think who the fuck were the other actors in this show. Oh, the one guy, he was in like the race car episode. What's his name? I can't remember. He was in Watchmen. He was the Looking Glass in Watchmen. Trying to think of things you would seen him. All right, whatever. I always forget his name, but he's a good actor.
I do want to hear my current. Oh, I can X this out because I watched it. My current watch list of things I need to watch because I forget to.
I'll judge it.
Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul,
Yes.
Fight Club,
Yes.
Original Blade Runner, which we watched, Apocalypse Now, Game
Yep.
of Thrones, Tar,
Yep.
Princess Bride, Sopranos, Poker Face.
It's pretty good. Pretty short, but pretty good.
What else?
Surprised Tar made it in there of all things.
See, I know you like Tar. And
No, it was good. It's
a
definitely.
decent recommendation for movies, but I'll get rid of it.
I
Goodbye.
wouldn't. It's not something I would recommend to you, Tar.
Okay.
It's very. It's slow.
Oh, is it a movie or show?
It's a movie. And I think Kate Blanchett was robbed at the Oscars. I think she should have won for that.
I thought she did.
No, Michelle Yeoh won for Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is Kate Blanchett, dude. Come on, Kate Blanchett. It's Kate Blanchett. I mean, it's Kate Blanchett.
Do you know it's Kate Blanchett?
Yeah.
Do I know what would I have seen Kate Blanchett in?
She was Bob Dylan, and I'm not there.
Yeah.
Well, no, she was. Okay, here's the thing you may have not known.
She was a Bob.
She
Dylan.
was Jude Quinn, which is one of the Bob Dylans. That's what I was doing. They all had like
I
different
know.
names.
I know.
For some
I
reason.
picked up on that.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, because you said it 1,000 times.
Yeah. But what else would you know? Okay, unfortunately. Okay, she was Hella.
That is her. Okay, yeah, she's great.
She's she's my second favorite actress.
Besides Frances McDormand, who's your favorite actor?
Period. Yeah.
Because actor is gender neutral, but actress is gendered.
It's the day. That's the age, modern day and age we live in.
You got that sentence out perfectly. Clean, as we say in the biz.
This is such a good podcast, right, guys?
I'm so sad.
Aren't you so glad you're watching?
We have another 15 to go.
I'm sorry I have my legs out. I didn't plan for this. Well. Anyway.
Way to decimate the vibes.
The vibes were
Uh.
sulking low anyway.
This is a low vibed episode. We need a third, man. I'm telling you, we need a third.
A third person to add some spiciness to this relationship.
Yep.
Oh, well,
Polycules famously work out every time.
Let's do more guest.
Every time.
Let's do more guest episodes first before we do that.
No.
Yeah.
No. Because, okay. The reason, can I tell you why I'm pushing back?
Can I tell you why for one thing first?
Yeah.
Think of editing, please. I have to edit an episode a week. I have to edit 2 episodes a week, Max. Please. Please. Adding a third person in just like complicates things more, especially doing virtually. You know how long it took me to cut between you and DJ and everything. Please. Please, Max.
Well, let me finish what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, no, you just have them in a separate box because they'll be virtual as well. But the guest episodes differ from a permanent third member because guest episodes are much more interviewee. They're much more tell us about your life, your experiences, your environment. Non-guest episodes, where I could say is, hey, remember that time when you were a dipshit?
Yeah.
And then we can immediately call to that and talk about it.
Of course, yeah. But still, we have pretty chillaxed guest episodes. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, okay.
But still, I'm just saying, doing guest episodes while there's just 2 of us to worry about, and then a third person, is going to be a little easier to do right now. So please.
You know we can get an editor.
No, that's not worth the money.
It's not that much money.
Yes, it is. Compared to what we make, we will be actively losing money.
You gotta lose money to make money.
I'm not doing it.
It's called being a loss leader. That's not actually what a loss leader is.
I'm not paying a guy weekly to edit these videos when I can do it myself.
Then don't complain about it.
I'm saying this podcast is supposed to be a reason to talk. Okay?
Yes.
A third member would know that.
And then another person that we've decided we need a reason to talk to. That we've decided it's worth building the podcast around talking to them too.
Exactly. So we don't have that currently.
That's not true.
We have ideas, but we don't have that currently.
That's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, any final topics for the
No.
last 10 minutes that you have?
I'm so dry and barren. I've been harvested. I've been milked.
Check my phone because that's a great thing to do on podcasts. Let me see if there's anything else. Discord server.
I hope to
No,
God.
nothing else in the Discord server. Let's see what Stella's up to. Hey Stella, I'm sending you a voice message. We're
Jesus
recording a
Christ.
podcast episode right now, and we're running out of ideas of
Fucking
what to talk about.
lame.
Please get back to me soon.
At your earliest convenience.
Yeah, and let's see if Stella pulls through.
Would you ever? I think I want to get better at sending letters.
Sending letters.
I think letters are cool,
They can be.
but they're just not efficient at all.
I've been sent a letter before by a girl with a typewriter.
Cool.
And it had like a little like flower in it. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you still think about that person?
Not often.
Yeah, I figured.
That was back in 9th grade.
It was not that long ago for you.
No, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. It's more physical, and
Really?
when I'm using ChatGPT to send text sometimes,
You do that?
rarely. When I need to communicate with someone and I don't know how to do it tactfully, and I don't have people around me that I can ask how to do it, I'll say, hey, please help me with this.
Okay.
And then it will formulate the perfect, most concise way to say it.
Yeah. Okay.
So you're going to hate on that, asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means
Why?
you don't have. It means that your brain is not going to get better at formulating the perfect, most concise versions of things to say.
Some things are just hard to say.
But you can get better at
Hey, heads up, time for your monthly prostate examination.
That's pretty concise.
You excited? How do you end that?
You don't.
Hi, it's time for your weekly prostate.
Weekly.
Your daily prostate hypervolt. You know what that is? You know what a Theragun is?
No, what?
Like massage gun.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Kind of stole that joke from the yard again.
You love stealing jokes from the
But
yard.
they talked about doing it on a Kegel muscle.
What the fuck is a Kegel muscle?
You don't know what that is?
What is a Kegel? I'm scared, Max.
Yeah, that's not something I'm going to tell you about.
But podcast content. Okay, wait. Stella's typing. Don't you guys just talk about movies?
Are you fucking kidding me? This is terrible.
Stella, we're actively recording. You need to pull through
This
for
is
me
terrible.
right now.
This is terrible.
Ask us a question that'll make us fight each other.
Please.
Ugh. The one person who responds to me quickly.
You have bad
not
friends.
giving-
Yeah, no wonder she's responding to you. She's responding to you with nothing. It's easy. It's easy. It's so much easier. Oh, I'm responding, but I'm a dipshit and I have no thoughts. Not saying that Stella is, but that was a dipshittery response. It was.
Kind of right, though.
Yeah, we did that for like 45 minutes already.
You see, from this angle, if you lean that way, you have really good lighting from right here.
Yeah, but from there it's terrible.
No, yeah, no, I'm not.
Thank you for addressing that on a podcast where no one has your angle.
Open. Never mind. People are useless. Friends are useless. That's why I should go back to being a loner.
Do you know what the computer Computer Electronics Showcase is? CES?
No.
Consumer Electronics Showcase. It's the biggest event for new technology, and it's happening right now. So there's a few cool new things.
Such as?
There's a automatic baby rocker, like baby shaker.
That sounds like it could. If that messed up, that'd be dangerous.
It is dangerous. LG is making. It's either LG or Samsung. They're making a giant transparent TV.
Huh.
Which is kind of useless.
I never understood it. In so many like futuristic TV shows and movies, they have like transparent. No, but like they will have like glass screens that are transparent that you could see through, and then like all the videos you watch are transparent. That sounds fucking awful.
It's terrible.
Why would you want that?
No, people have tried the technology in real life. It sucks.
Why would you want that?
You don't.
Like, why would you want
don't.
to like not be able to clearly see what's on your screen?
Yeah, and not only that, the color accuracy is really bad.
Yeah.
Oh.
I never understood that, but they're doing that.
Yeah, they're doing it more. They're doing it big. They're also making like I think there was like the biggest TV in the world. They made the biggest TV in the world. I think it's like upwards of 130 inches diagonal. Which would what's a good frame of reference? That would weigh like minimum 400 pounds.
So like you. No.
You don't get your phone anymore.
Okay, well.
Sorry if Stella.
Sorry, Stella.
He made a fat joke, and you've lost the ability to be on the podcast. Sorry.
She doesn't want to be on it with you.
It's because she has bad taste. Yeah. You're not even denying that one. Where'd your phone go?
You chucked it. What do you mean?
I wasn't looking.
This isn't important. This isn't important.
Okay, fine. You don't think she's responded yet?
No, I doubt it, and it's okay.
You don't think she'd respond with like the greatest topic we've ever
Fuck,
had?
well, now I gotta check.
It's right over here. Okay, you got it. I'm filling again because it's under your brother's little stool. And tell me there's something.
Fight each other? I don't know. What do you guys fight about? You guys are like the same.
Remember the thing I said about
Like, what's your least favorite thing about each other?
the opposite of the Patreon episode? Okay.
Yeah, what's our least favorite thing?
Do you want to we could do this. You want to do it for realsies?
Yeah, we're gonna do it, Stella. Thank you.
You go first.
No, you go first.
Okay. You pretend to be like a serious old soul type guy.
I pretend to be.
But you have some pretty immature tendencies.
Such as?
Principle number 1, Snapchat man whore.
I open Snapchat like once a day these days.
What's your Snap score?
Irrelevant.
It's not. I would argue extraordinarily relevant. I'm almost out of frame here.
It's
and
like 300,000. Yeah. I just like meeting new people.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. I watch porn about people cooking because I like the cooking part. That
sounds really specific. Yeah.
And not even a good argument in my defense.
Yeah. Well, thank you for...
Is that a thing that people do?
Thank you for saying I have enough game to be doing sexual things on Snapchat consistently.
No, I said you're a Snapchat man whore. Not that you, like, get any, because you don't. But, you know there was porn? People filmed porn while they were skydiving?
Dude.
I'm not fucking around.
Dude, porn is the most, like... There's so much ingenuity comes out of the porn industry.
Yeah. Like when there was
They are always coming up with new ideas.
They're innovating. Like people were having sex, like when people are having sex in the Teslas with autopilot, I'm like, eh.
Yeah.
But when they were skydiving, like, okay, we're changing the whole game here. Because what's the appeal of that?
This episode's going to be really hard to name and come up with a description for.
We were out of control, ...
Okay. Is it time for to tell you what my
Yes, and then we'll end.
You can be difficult to talk to sometimes because you'll do this.
Hey.
Okay, you'll do this thing. You'll do this thing where people will try to explain something to you, maybe even looking for advice or criticism, and then you will criticize before they're done, as if you already know exactly what's going on when you don't. And then when they try to further explain it to them, you find a way to... You do this thing where you make them feel like they're being overly defensive by just trying to give you further context.
That doesn't sound like it. I think you're crazy. Everyone thinks you're making this up. Because you make everything up.
Well,
you crazy
good
bitch.
work. Thanks, Stella.
Good podcast.
Good podcast. Good podcast. And that's our time.
That's our time. I don't care if we're a few minutes short.
Yeah, that's our time.
That's our time.
That's our time. Goodbye.
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 Goodbye now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.